Hello, hello, welcome back to the Craft Scraps. I am Lauren and today we are going to be testing some tech wrap stuff. Tech wrap reached out to me and asked if they could send me a couple of things and I said absolutely. I've heard about tech wrap for a long time, but I've actually never tried them, so I'm really excited. I've already busted out the little pin that I've never used. So this is to like weed vinyl, and it's like a really sharp needle and you just pick vinyl with it. I've never used a pin before and I can already tell it's going to change my life. So today I'm specifically going to test out something I'm really excited for. So just if you're interested in what I got a variety of printable items. So I got their dark inkjet HTV. So this is like printable HTV. I got some sticker paper, and then I also got some laminate. So it's like a sparkly, I don't know if you can tell it's sparkly, but it's like a sparkly laminate that you could put over paper stickers to make them more sturdy. So there's that. And then lastly, I also got some sticker paper, just some like white sticker paper. So that is what I got. Also, I got just some neutral color vinyl. So this is just permanent vinyl, their brand. And I guess I didn't realize they like had their own brand of vinyl. So it's kind of cool. But what I'm going to be doing today is specifically, I'm going to try out this cold color changing pink vinyl. So let's see if it'll focus. So this is their new cold pink vinyl. So you put it on a cup that you would put, you know, cold beverages in, and it changes colors. And then I'm also gonna try out their masking. Well, actually, no, this isn't it. This is it. I'm gonna try out their matte transfer tape, and I'm gonna see how this works. And they also have mats, so I'm going to use the light grip mat because that's pretty much what I use for everything. So let's get into it. Alright, so this is the design I'm going to use. This is from Cricut Design Space. I believe this is an access image. I just went over to phrases and typed in "be kind," and that's what popped up. I can't even remember where I found it, but all you have to do is click an image and then click add to canvas and you'll be good to go. So for these glasses, I think typically I do about a little less than 3.5 by about 2.5. And this lip is a little bit different on this glass, so I think I'm going to make this one just a smidge shorter, so it's more like 3 by a little more than 2-ish. You know me, I'm not specific. Okay. Or precise, I guess is a better term. So that's basically it. So I'm going to go to make it. I'm going to click on the mat because I'm not using smart materials. I'm using a normal mat. And that is it. So for vinyl, just a reminder, you don't have to mirror, you don't have to do anything. You're basically good to go. So we can click continue. So after a lot of trial and error, the cut setting I ended up using for this is the vinyl setting with more pressure, and we're going to double cut it. So I'll show you how I do that. There are other options that you can try. It is just a thicker vinyl, so you need a heavier pressure. Someone said premium frosted vinyl works as well if you don't want a double cut, so you might just have to experiment, but the vinyl more pressure double cut worked for me, and I will show you. So what I'm going to be making today is I'm just going to use the color changing vinyl on this cup. So this is a new batch I got from Amazon. They're a little bit wider than the other ones that I had. And I'm going to prep this like I normally would with just some rubbing alcohol. So I just like to do this to the front, or not the front, but the whole glass, just to get any like dirt or anything off. And honestly, these were like kind of not dirty when I got them, but I could notice that there was just like, I don't know, they just needed some help. So I do that first so I can let that dry. All right, so I already mentioned this is the vinyl I'm going to use, this color changing, and then my masking tape. I keep saying masking tape, sorry. My transfer tape is going to be this matte transfer tape. Okay, after a lot of trial and error, I'm going to give this one more shot, or this, oops, this video will never see the light of day. No, I'm just kidding, but I've tried washi tape setting with more pressure, didn't cut through, which is to be expected. The vinyl with normal pressure, it cut through, but I had to really like work with the vinyl. I did vinyl with more pressure. It cut through most of it, but I was still having problems. So now I'm doing vinyl and I'm gonna double cut it with more pressure and see what happens. And actually, I'm gonna clean, oops. And I'm going to also clean my blade. So to clean your blade, you can just take a ball of foil and just stab the blade carefully. It just cleans it and gets it kind of like good as new. All right. So I'm gonna load my mat like normal. And I really like this vinyl. It really has nothing to do with the vinyl. I'm just trying to find the right cut setting for it. And I guess I could have looked at the website, but I don't know. I just didn't. But I'm gonna see if this works. I'm gonna double cut it so instead of unloading my mat, I just hit the cut button again. So it's gonna cut my design. So if you ever want to double cut, the trick is do not unload your mat. Do not unload your mat, because then the chances of it lining up exactly right, it's not gonna happen. So if you keep your mat loaded, you should be fine. Okay, before I unload this, I'm going to see much better. Okay, there we go. Unload the mat. Okay, so I'm going to put it on the screen. Vinyl setting, more pressure, double cut. We should be good to go. So now we can weed it. And normally I take the vinyl off the mat, but it's basically the same color as my table, so I'm gonna leave it on, and I'm just using my weeding tool just to pick up a corner first to get it started, and then I'm gently going to, let's zoom you in a little bit more so you can see. Oh my god. So I'm just going to gently pull away the excess. Okay, so that was definitely the move. Vinyl setting, double cut, more pressure, weeded like a dream. Okay, see, it just takes some trial and error, and that's what I'm here for, so I can waste it all and you guys don't have to. So, you know, I'm just here for you guys. So now I'm going to use this beautiful little pin pen that they sent me. And I think how this works is you just like literally, it's like a, can you see it? It's a needle. It's like the sharp little needle point. So you just basically like poke the little middles and they come up. I freaking love this thing. Alright, so our design is weeded, so now we can put it on our glass. And so to get this off of the mat, I like to flip the mat over and kind of like peel the mat away from the carrier sheet of the vinyl instead of like peeling the vinyl off of the mat. Just it prevents it from curling too much. Just be careful, you don't want to snap your mat. Alright, so now I'm going to use this Tech Wrap matte transfer tape. I keep wanting to call it masking tape, but that's not what it is. So you guys know normally I use my like masking transfer tape. That's probably why I keep wanting to call this masking tape, but this is different. So for this, it looks like it's like a standard traditional transfer tape where you peel up a corner. Oh, it's like, okay, it's clear. I thought it was going to be paper for some reason, but okay, this works. So, I know this is so hard to see because it's like so light, but hopefully it'll be worth it. So I'm just going to take the transfer tape and put it on. And they also sent me a scraper. They also have a little scraper, so I'm going to use that too. I think it's called burnish. I'm going to be politically correct. Burnish, but I always say scrape it down, but I think it's supposed to be burnish. Alright. So now I'm going to peel the carrier sheet off. And how I like to take transfer tape off, I like to like peel and press. Oh wow, this transfer tape is good. I really like this. I really like this transfer tape. Okay. So now we have our design on our transfer tape. So now we can apply. Alright, again, so this is the little glass I'm using. So a couple of tricks with transfer tape. I've said this multiple times, but one, especially when you're putting it on like curved surfaces, just trim away as much excess transfer tape as you can. It just makes it so much easier to work with because you're like closer to your design, in my opinion. And then also, I learned a long time ago is to cut in like little notches so like this, I'm cutting notches in between the different lines of text. It just helps when you're trying to lay it all flat to avoid like crinkling or bubbles. Just be careful not to obviously cut your vinyl. Okay. So now I'm going to take the straw out because it's going to be so annoying and loud if I don't. So I'm just going to apply it to my glass. When I apply vinyl, I like to do it like hot dog ways like this. And just get the center first and then work my way out with my hands first before going in with like a scraping tool. So I'm just going to put it as center as possible. And like I said, I'm going to hit it with my hand first in the middle. Then I'm going to use my hand and just work my way out. And again, this is where the little like notches kind of come in handy because it allows you to kind of work each line by itself without having to worry about the lines above it getting warped or crinkled or whatever, bubbles. All right, good thing my hands are like warm and sweaty right now because now it's changing the color to white, so we'll get the full effect when I put cold water in it. All right, so now I'm going to go back with my little scrapey tool, and I'm just going to scrape it all down good. And you do not need to seal this. I personally never do, and all of my glasses have been just fine. Just don't put in the dishwasher, obviously, microwave, all that good stuff. All right, so now I'm going to just peel off the transfer tape. Yep, I really like this transfer tape. It's good. It's good. All right, so we have our glass, but now is the real test. The color changing. How does it change color? Be right back. So I just got a glass of cold water. This is my non-color changing cup. This is my color changing cup that we just made. So let's see how the colors change. I'm gonna pour this into this. Let's see what happens. Oh my god. How freaking cool is that? Wow, that is so cool. That was like instant. Okay, that's cool. All right, guys, so that is it for the Tech Wrap color changing vinyl test. The color changing was freaking mind-blowing. I'm obsessed. I will definitely be getting more colors. Also, the transfer tape I also love. So yeah, and I'm now an affiliate with them, so if you use my code, I'll put it on the screen here, you can get 5% off. I do receive a small commission, so if you do choose to use my code or shop through the link I'll put in the description bar, I really do appreciate it. It helps me, you know, keep up the channel. And as always, happy crafting.